Hello, this is Amanda Freeman, week 6 discussion. When you write, how consciously do you consider your audience? Share an example of a piece of writing where the intended audience played a crucial role and how you approached the content. Discuss the purpose of the writing and the example. How did your audience influence your tone, style, word of choice? What impact do you think this consideration of the audience had on the effectiveness of your writing? How does the concept considering the audience relate to your reflections on this week's readings and videos? And how did the author of the reading seem to have the specific audience in mind? So, when I write, I try to think about my audience. Sometimes I overthink it. Honestly, most times I overthink it. I always want to feel like it matters to whoever's reading it. An example of that stands out to me is when I was working on an awareness campaign for MMIP. I knew that my audience wasn't just the general readers. I knew that it included a lot of families who had lost someone, community members that were hurting, and leaders who could make a difference. Knowing that really shaped everything, and I chose a respectful, heartfelt tone, and I used clear but powerful language and avoided anything that could sound too formal or disconnected. I wanted it to feel real and not just like a cold research paper. Thinking about the audience made a big difference in how the piece came together and how it came across. I had people tell me afterwards that it made them feel seen and heard, which was my goal. It reminded me that when you truly picture who you're writing for, your words hit hard and the message travels further. And it connects a lot to when we read and what we read and watched this week. The authors and the speakers we studied clearly had had their audience in mind, and they were throwing out information they weren't just throwing out their information randomly. They thought about and used the correct tones in their voices and really considered who they were speaking to. And it made it personal and relevant.